welcome back to my channel.
Hi everyone.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Hi everyone. I'm here today. I'm the bestie, and we're gonna be filming a Q&A.
We have tropical smoothie.
Mine's really good. It has absolutely zero flavor.
Mine's actually good.
Mine's banana chia. I don't recommend it.
Mine's triple berry oat. Highly recommend. Anyway, so today we're doing a Q&A, a faith-based Q&A, and we're not experts. So if you don't agree with us, you don't think that what we're saying is right, well, you can do your own research and find what you think.
This is going to be from our experience and from what we have learned throughout the years.
Yeah. So with that being said, let's get right on into the video. Okay guys, so the first question we have is, how do you stay true to your beliefs when they are unpopular? Do you want to go?
So the first thing that comes to my mind is when Jesus said that if the world hates you, be reminded that it hated me first. So like, if we have that strong foundation of faith, we shouldn't be shaken by what people think or what's going on around us. You know?
Yeah. I honestly also, like, obviously I agree with what Victoria said, but to like add on to that a little, if you're like truly devoted to living for Jesus, I mean, obviously we're humans, so like we're always gonna have that little inkling of us that's gonna care like what people think, but after a while you find more comfort in doing what's right, like by Jesus, versus doing what's right by other people.
Yeah, you kind of start to see the world through like a filter of Jesus, and you're like, oh, they're acting that way because they don't have Jesus in their life. Like, I don't want to be that way because I know that a life with Jesus is more valuable.
Yeah, that was good. Hear the chopper? The plane's going by. It's going. It's right above
chopper.
Okay. Okay. Question number 2 is, what do you do when you don't feel God's presence?
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's kind of...
Okay, you answer first now.
Okay. I mean, I think everyone struggles with this. We all go through times where we don't necessarily feel God directly beside us, or even though He is, sometimes I think that we personally let the world kind of squeeze in between us sometimes. Yeah. Honestly, I would just say continue to pray, continue to go to the Word and just read the Word. I don't know. Continue to pray. I mean, everyone goes through seasons, and it could just be like a trial that you're going through right now. Like, it's going to help you to turn to God when life gets really, really hard.
I agree, and right now I am reading a book by Jenny Allen called
Get Out of Your Head.
Get Out of Your Head. And she talks about how sometimes our thoughts can be so distracting, and when you get distracted by all those like random thoughts that are popping into your head and making you forget about Jesus, like literally just say the word Jesus and everything will just come back to you, and you'll remember what it means to be a follower of Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, and also it's something that even the most like devoted Christians get this feeling of like, oh, I don't feel God's presence right now. Like, it's things that everyone goes through. I still go through it. Like,
definitely.
Yeah. So if it's you, like if that's the season that you're in right now, it's completely normal. Just continue to run after God. So that's really all for that one. Alright, so next question is, how do you distinguish between your thoughts and God's voice?
This sounds familiar.
this is something that I've personally been struggling with, and I asked this question in our small group. So,
do you want me to answer?
if you have an answer.
Okay, so I remember us talking about how if you have peace about it, then that's the voice of God. Like, sometimes it's obvious when the devil is just throwing lies into your head because you don't have peace about it. Like, if you're making a decision or something and you just don't feel comforted by that decision and you just don't feel that peace and security with what you're deciding, then I don't think that's from God.
Yeah. With me, so like, I come up with lots of ideas in this noggin of mine, and some that actually made it sound like.
No, I'm just kidding.
So, when I come up with ideas, I automatically think that they're good because I created them. So why would I create something that I don't think is good? But then the question comes, is that me, or did God plant that thought in my head? Like, I think that they're good and I may feel peace about it because I created it, but like, what if it's not God saying, hey Maddie, I want you to make a video about this?
Yeah, like what if it's you just trying to convince yourself, but in reality it's not what God wants you to do.
Yeah, but I think in the end, if I would just stop and truly, actually no, I don't think. I know that if I would just stop and just listen to God, like, don't talk, if I just like sit there in his presence and just like kind of keep my eyes focused. So like a thing that I do is I close my eyes and I just like repeat Jesus's name. Like, that's all I say. All I allow myself to think about is Jesus, and I just sit there in silence, almost like meditation, but like meditation for God, I guess.
Yeah.
And that, like, it really clears things up because then I can really listen to if God's giving me total peace on this or if I'm just trying to give myself peace. That's kind of like complicated, but
yeah,
honestly, that's my thoughts.
I feel like sometimes we think too much of it. Like, it's not God. Faith isn't complicated. Like, it's just a decision and God will follow through with it. So you don't have to try hard to hear the voice of God. I mean, you have to want to hear the voice of God. You have to open up your heart for him to speak into, but it'll never be like hard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But it's also not going to be like
obvious, like right there.
Yeah, God's not going to come to you and be like, Victoria.
Yeah.
I mean, he could, but the odds are slim.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's for that question. Next question is, what are your thoughts on the prosperity gospel?
Money! I think it's annoying because
it's false.
It's false and annoying. Because then people think that when you start to follow Jesus that you will be a millionaire and living in the hills of California.
Oh, yeah.
That's not true.
No. I
mean, you're gonna feel like a millionaire in your heart.
Oh, totally.
Oh.
Drop the bombs. Golly gee. Yeah, like, bad things are still gonna happen. Jesus actually says, I have no idea what verse it is, but he says that following me is not gonna be easy. Like, you're gonna have hard times, and sometimes it may be harder on earth anyway to follow me than to follow the world.
Yeah.
So bad things are still gonna happen. It's life. Like, God doesn't want the bad things to happen, but they happen because he's still waiting for more and more people to join his kingdom. Okay, next question is, do you party?
I don't know what to say.
No, we do not party.
I mean,
we don't go to parties. We don't drink. We don't do drugs. Not our cup of tea.
Nope.
Okay, that was easy.
Yep.
Do you curse?
Mm-mm.
I made a video about this. Did you watch it?
Mhm.
Actually, it was a while ago.
Yes, I've watched every single one of your videos.
See, what a friend. What a friend.
I'm trying to think of what the title was. You had like a profanity bubble.
You're right.
Yeah. I know.
I don't even. I'll link it. It'll be like in one of the corners somewhere, and it'll say, "Is it up there?"
Yeah,
In
it's
that
right
one?
here.
Up in that corner.
Right
Okay. It's like, is it a sin to curse or something?
Yeah.
Something to that aspect, and like I go about it and whatever. So no. Answer to that is we do not curse.
Okay, like I've thought it before.
But yeah. Yeah.
And I'm really irritated. But like, I never just curse in conversation.
Yeah. What if you like
It's
drop
just
something on your
weird.
toe? See, like if I drop something on my
No.
toe, I like say like
I just
fridge.
think like, oh, like, dang
Yeah.
it. But I'm never like, F-bomb.
Yeah, no. But I do come up with random words. Like if I hurt myself, like
Oh,
a-
fudge stickles.
Yeah, like random words just come out of my mouth, and I don't. It's not like cursing. Like never comes to mind. Well, in that instance, like if I like hurt myself, it's just
Yeah.
random words that come out. Like chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
I don't. That comes out all the time.
Actual cursing makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
When people curse around me, I try to act normal because like I don't want them to be uncomfortable then. But like it's just like I didn't like that. Yeah.
Okay, how do you take your relationship further with God? Honestly, I think praying. Pray. And I think a lot of people don't open their Bible. Like, open your darn Bible.
Yeah,
And read.
it takes discipline. It's not just, I mean, it is the decision, but it's also you following through with that decision. Like, if you don't have time to read the Bible, then wake up 30 minutes earlier and read the Bible. Like, you have to make those sacrifices in your life in order to make room for Jesus.
Yeah. Put your phone down for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And just 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Honestly, like, if the more and more you pray and study God's word and just like spend time with him, the closer that relationship will be. And that's been true for me, especially during quarantine. Like, I really had a lot of time to just sit and soak in God's presence, and I would say that my relationship with him is stronger than it's ever been before. So
Yeah, and it gets easier. Like, at first, at first it's harder because you have to sacrifice that time, but then you want to sacrifice that time. Then you're like, I want to spend time with Jesus because I truly love him.
and it's so fulfilling and so like
Yeah.
it's just amazing. Next question is, what is lukewarm Christianity? It's honestly when one foot's in the world and one foot's with God. You go to church on Sundays, but Monday through Saturday you are partying, drinking, sleeping around, whatever you may be doing. And it doesn't even have to be that bad. It could just be giving into like jealousy and greed and being selfish and stuff like that. So it's honestly only living for God when it benefits you.
Yeah. I think it's just not being aware of God's presence 100% of the time. Like, if you're a devoted Christian, you're thinking about each and every decision you make and whether it's honoring to God. And if that just doesn't strike you in some areas of your life, then that's lukewarm Christianity.
And then the last question is, what are your thoughts on the election and the current state of our country?
Oh my gosh, that's hard to answer.
Okay. Current thoughts. I think that Jesus Trump's the president.
I think it doesn't matter what political stance you have. Jesus has control of whoever's in office. He has everything planned out, so this is a part of his plan. Like, okay, we just have to run with it.
Yeah. with running. I mean, and okay, also, if the person that is in office is not who you voted for or who you like, you are still called to pray for them. Like, we're supposed to love our enemies, love our friends, like literally love every person. And in that, we're supposed to be praying for them. And if you don't agree with where their heart's at, you pray for a change of heart. You pray that God will just work in their lives. And also, I don't even know what I was going to say.
I don't think, you don't have to agree with everything. You just have to realize that God's hand is behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. I think that, personally, I think that our country is trying to take God out of way too many things, and our country was built on God at the center, and if we start taking the center out and we take the core out, everything else will crumble. So I really think that we just need to start implementing God back into our institutions, and life will be so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, guys, that's all we have for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, I post question tags on there sometimes for other Q&As, and I post like daily inspirations and stuff like that. So my Instagram will be in the description down below.
And my Instagram is just Victoria Ryby. Give me a follow. I don't post the same stuff as Maddie, but I have a cute picture of my niece on there, so
go like it.
Go like it.
Okay, guys. Honestly, we hope you got something out of this video, and just remember that you are so loved, so worthy, and so amazing. And I will see you next Tuesday. Bye. See, cuts our heads off. So lower the seats as far as they go. Not backwards, down.
Oh.
Okay, that's better.